I'm live. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Making Books. I'll let you guys roll in while I do the... Man, how did this book get so fucked up? I need a staple remover. I keep forgetting to order one because I keep hurting myself trying to get these out. Okay. And it's just in my mind. Okay, why does that keep happening? So how are you guys doing today? How is your Sunday fun day? Huh? Okay, where can I put these? I can't see anything. I guess we're just gonna have to do that. Yeah, okay, that's good. We'll do it like that. Okay, I guess I'm putting these here for right now. I do want to thank everyone who showed up for the Drinking Less audiobook thing, and for everyone who shared it and everything. It was just super awesome. You guys are just awesome. Let's see here. Julia, how are you? Hey there. Our living room ceiling has water damage from our shower. Oh, God, no. Did it actually go through, or did you guys catch it in time? Are you guys able to fix it? You got to get out of there. Have those fans blowing from the place that does the fans. That's fucking horrendous, dude. Bonjour, tot le monde. JH, what's up? Yeah. As with most things, I have a story about that. But I don't know if I should give you a horror story when you're going through some shit. There was some water dripping, but we did catch it for the most part. Oh, man, that just sucks. I am so sorry. That's such a fucking pain in the ass. So is someone there fixing it right now, or like what's happening? What's the plan? Okay, I'll tell you my awful story while you tell me yours. No, I'm just kidding. It was I don't know, a long time ago when I was living in my house that I had out in Orange County. I was at the Fangoria convention every day for this weekend. And in the middle of the night, on one of the nights, can't remember, it was probably the last night, because I don't think I went the following day. Let me see, is this going to work? Is that okay like that? Okay, that's okay. Yeah, my poor overworked husband who thought he had the day off. That's where he fucked up. Oh, man, you never have a day off, bro. Every day is the day that you toil in the fields. Day offs are what fantasy novels are about. Anyway, so in the middle of the night, I'm asleep. I hear this kind of like explosion or something. And then I just heard like water, like, like crazy. Mindy, hello. And I got up and I'm like looking around and I'm half asleep. So it's taken me forever to figure out what's fucking happening. I walk out of my bedroom. I start walking down the hall and I could hear water running like I'm standing in a waterfall. I take a couple more steps and the carpet is soaked and my foot goes in it. And I'm like, what the fuck is happening right now? I go into the bathroom in the hallway and it's just water. And I look, and behind the toilet, there's this like hose that comes out of the wall that goes up into the tank of the toilet. And it was off and going just like shooting water all over the place. So I'm like, oh, I need to put this hose into the toilet. And I couldn't get it to go around to get into the toilet. But while I was doing this water is just shooting in my face, like ice cold water. So I'm screaming, and I don't know if you've ever heard the scream that comes out of me when I step in ice cold water. Okay. It's more of like a gasp / shock of disbelief. And I was like, oh, oh. And I just, for some reason, just kept fucking pointing that hose right in my face. And so I'd go, and it was just like this horrible, bad comedy routine over and over again. And then I'm like, oh, I know what to do. And while this is happening, there's water like just coming up on the floor. I'm like, oh, I need to aim it into the bathtub. I got this all figured out. And so I'm trying to aim it into the bathtub. And of course, the toilet tank is in the way of me doing this. So I'm trying to get around it. And all it's doing is hitting the side of the tub and then just like spraying everywhere else. And not once during this whole thing did I think, oh, I should just go outside and turn off the water, because I was fucking half asleep and then was shocked with water hitting me in the face. So I'm doing this. Like, this had to have been like a half hour of me trying to figure this out with everyone else in the house screaming, what are you doing? Oh my God. You gotta, oh my God. And it was just like a fucking horror movie, right? And then I finally, like, enough water had hit me in the face where I was like, oh, I need to turn the water off. So I ran downstairs, went outside, cranked the knob, turned the water off. But because it took me so long to figure out what to do, the entire second floor, like all down the hallway, flooded. The water started going down the stairs, but worse than that, the water got into the wall in the hallway and then poured down into the hallway downstairs and started flooding downstairs. So, like, we needed to have like that company, like ADI or ATI or whatever, come and pack all of our stuff up, put it in one of these, like, what do you call those things? Shipping containers out in front of the house. Put all the furniture, all of our belongings in boxes, and put it in there. And then, like, run these like industrial fans and vacuums and shit through the house for like a week to get all the moisture out of the walls and everything. It was horrendous. And honestly, if I would have just not been a douchebag, like, it would have been so much easier. But then again, if it would have happened when I was actually at the Fangoria convention, I would not have, like, it would have been like 9 to 12 hours before I found out, and the whole house could have been ruined at that point. So, I guess the moral of the story is don't be an idiot. But the second moral of the story is whenever you find it, it's gonna suck. but just know that it could have always been 100 times worse. And you did find it at a good time. So it's just one of those things, man. Ugh. So I am sorry to hear that. Sorry you're going through that. But laugh at me. Laugh at the fact that I sprayed myself in the face for a half hour. If the water was in the hallway when you got to it, there probably wasn't much you could have done. Yeah, for real. Well, the one thing I did do was not make it better sooner. So I'll take the bullet on that one. So here is another one of those things. And I want to know in the comments if you have something like this. So I was listening to some music the other day, and Frank Sinatra, That's Life, came on. Okay. That's life. But whenever I hear that song, I start singing a different song in my head while I'm listening to that song. And then all I want to do is listen to this other song. Okay. And so whenever I hear That's Life, it makes me think of this song that's like a super obscure, like doo-wop oldie song. And it's called Bad Boy by the Jive Bombers. It is so fucking good. I love that song. So if you haven't heard Bad Boy by the Jive fucking Bombers, go check that out. It's a good song. Yeah, dude. My way, for real. I did it my way. Yeah, I like that song too. Chasey, how you doing? I don't know why I'm having such a hard time stapling books right now. Like, this is usually the easiest part of doing something, and I am just fucking bombing it. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, so I did promise you guys a bit of story time. So I'm going to give you some story time. Okay. I'm good. Things just going to switch accounts. Yeah, this is the problem when you have too many YouTube accounts. Too many Gmail accounts. Which is actually kind of funny because I've been wanting to start Chasey, I'm back. I've been wanting to start new YouTube channels that do different things. Not anything relating to writing or anything like that, but just other channels that I could just kind of set and forget. And I'm just so tired of all the different fucking Gmail accounts I have because, like, I have so many fucking Gmail accounts and I never close them out. I just make another one if I'm done with the one I'm using or whatever. And so when I log into Google, like, it's like, oh, which account would you like? And I'm like, oh. And I know I'm like, dude, that's way too many. I need to like really take care of that. Okay, so we're gonna do some story time here. I said we were, and it's kind of a sad story, guys. It's kind of a sad story. I don't know if it has a happy ending or not, because it's kind of, it could go either way. But hang on 1 second, because I need a prop. I need a prop for this fucking story. God damn it. All right. What's that say? Same, yeah. Chasey knows what's going on. Chasey gets it. Cause I did it my way. Oh wait, nope, I need one more thing. Hang on. Sorry, I fucked up. All right. And we are back. Okay. So I will put, where can I put this? I'll put this here for right now. So what we are going to be talking about is this. This, you guys have seen this before, right? You guys have seen this lovely book. It's called Winner of Your Mom's Sodomy Prize for Poetry. It's on the New York Times bestseller list. Okay. So you guys should definitely check this out if you haven't yet. But what I wanted to tell you is the tale of the cover of this book. Now, I know we've talked about this guy, this fine young lad with no pants on. We've talked about him before. Okay. We've had this talk. But this, I don't think we've really talked about. Okay. So this is that story. Okay. This came from all of these things. See, this is like that whole thing, like synchronicity or coincidence. When a bunch of things happen all at once that are all connected but shouldn't be connected, this is when you need to pay attention. I can't remember where I heard that, but it's from something and I said it wrong. Okay. So here we go. Okay. Here you go. Oh, that's horrendous. Do you guys see it? I can't really see. The glare is fucking horrendous. Oh, that's much better. Do you guys see this? This is the actual painting that this cover is taken from. Whoop. But as you can see, it is very different. Okay. So, how this went was a friend of mine painted this painting, and I saw it, and I was like, oh shit. Like the fucking colors of this. Like, what's the first thing you think of when you see this painting? And I'll tell you what the first thing I thought of when I saw this painting. Hang on. No, that's worse. That was much worse. Wow, that fucking really didn't do anything. Well, it's kind of better, I guess. Oh yeah, I could do this. Okay, so what's the first thing you think of when you see this painting? Nobody's saying it. No one's saying a damn thing. Okay, I'll tell you what I thought. So the first thing I thought of when I saw that painting was my mom's bathroom. Okay. Mucous membrane, the peach part. Sorry. No, it's okay. It's the same color scheme as the bathroom at my mom's house. And honestly, like, the flowers, even though like these flowers right here aren't necessarily anything my mom has up in her bathroom or anything like that, but just like all of this and all of this, it's just like very mauve. It's very much how my mom's bathroom looks. And I was just looking at it and I was like, oh my God, dude, my mom would fucking go ape shit over this. Like she would just go, oh yeah, that's great. Yeah. And so while I'm thinking about this thing about my mom, I'm like, oh my God, I'm putting a book together. And I said this in my head. I'm putting a book together called When Are Your Mom's Sodomy Prize for Poetry? So maybe I should have a cover that looks like something that my mom would be into. So it like looks more like on the cover of Reader's Digest or something like that, or some thing. Okay. So I think this stuff to myself. And so I say to my friend, I'm like, hey, that painting I would love to use on my book cover for my next book. My friend gets all excited and is like happy to fucking let me use the painting for the cover of the book. Okay. So I took the painting, and I don't know if you could tell on the book, but I like smudged and blurred all of the stuff except the flowers right here to try to just make it to where when you look at this, your attention is just drawn to the flowers, to where it's not like there's this and there's this and there's this and there's this and there's this. I tried to make it just like a single focal point and then put the picture of me on top of it. And then on the back, I just zoomed in on this part around here and enlarged it and then smudged it out and blurred it. Okay. So whatever. That's the book. So I work on the cover, and then I'm like, I went and did the picture of me on the toilet, put that on there, did a mock-up and all this stuff, liked how it came out, did all the fonts and everything, and sent it to my friend. I'm like, here is like the cover I'm doing. She was so pissed. She was so fucking mad at me. She's like, you're going to fucking put my painting on the cover of your fucking book and then put a picture of you taking a shit on top of it? Are you fucking with me? And she was fucking livid. And I felt bad. And then she's like, when are your mom's Sodomy Prize for Poetry? That's what your fucking book's called? She was so fucking mad. And I don't know if it was because like she was stoked that like this is like the first piece of art she made that was going to be on a book cover or something like that, and probably told her family and told her friends and all this shit and was like all excited about it. And me being the big dumb fucking asshole, I'm like, after the fact, I'm like, oh yeah, and there's going to be a picture of me taking a shit on the cover of it. Like I never ever intended it to be a thing where it was like, hey, I'm making fun of your art, so can I do this to pull a mean fucking prank on you and shit? But she was not happy, and she did not promote the book. She did not like tell anyone about the crowdfunding campaign. She didn't fucking tell anybody about it. So yeah, so I felt awful. And so I dedicated the book to her in hopes that would smooth things over. And like last I heard, she was like happy that the book was dedicated to her and thought that was like really nice, but she's still probably pissed about the picture thing. So the moral of this story is, because like, what do I say in the fucking thing? Thank you for letting me mucky up a beautiful painting. Like I just felt bad. Not my best moment. Not by any stretch of the imagination. So, I guess what I'm trying to tell everyone, like the lesson to be learned here is that if you ever ask somebody to be a part of something that you're doing creatively, make sure they know everything about it before you guys agree on everything. And don't assume that someone's just going to be stoked to be a part of something because they're being a part of something. Because that's not at all how that fucking worked out. I told you the super fucking G-rated version of how that went. But this whole ordeal from like, I don't know when I did the cover. It was probably February. So from February until about June, that relationship was fucking fucked. And now it's not great, but it's not as fucked as it was, you know? So whatever. But just you have to really be sure that the people who are doing stuff with you know exactly what the fuck is going on and when it's going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't assume. So whatever. Do you guys have any questions about how to not fuck people over? Jesus fucking Christ, dude. Okay, I'm gonna go put this back before I knock it over. Dun, dun, dun. Do, do, do. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. Do, 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 do. But I do really like the painting, and I think it's because it reminds me of like not only like my mom, but like of the house I grew up in. It just like reminds me of home, even though that was never in that place. It fills me with kind of like a little warm feeling, you know? So, and then I think that pissed her off too, because I said, I'm like, oh, I really like this because it reminds me like of my mom and my mom's house and everything. So she thought that I meant that in a really warm way, like I just talked about. But I was talking about like my mom's bathroom, and I'm kind of making fun that this is something my mom would pick up, you know? So she thought I was making fun of her as an artist and making fun of her work, when that's not at all what I was like trying to do. Like, I could see totally how she sees that, but that's not at all what I was attempting to do. Like, I wouldn't fucking have that painting hanging up in my fucking apartment if I thought like it was a joke or a piece of shit. You know what I'm saying? It reminds me of my grandmother's house. Yeah, I don't know. It's just that color scheme. It's so like, there's only going to be a small fraction of people who know what I'm saying here, but it totally reminds me of like mid to late 80s Ethan Allen, if that makes any sense to anybody. Like, it's just like, that's the colors, the everything. It just like, it just fucking shouts that to me. And I'm kind of, you wouldn't know it by looking at me, but I am a huge, okay, you seriously would never know this by looking at me and looking at how I live, but I am a huge interior design and fashion snob. I know it sounds crazy. I don't really like men's fashion. I like women's fashion. Love it. And I love interior design, and I definitely love mid-century modern, like architecture, decor. Like, I could like just look at like magazines or like Pinterest or Instagram of just that shit over and over and over and over again. So like I see colors and it'll like I'll go, oh, that's 1963. Or I'll see a shape of something and I'll go, oh, that's 1974. Like I will know like exactly when that was a thing. And it's like what's the word? It's comforting to me, the fact that I know these things. You know what I'm saying? Or I'll see, and this is probably just like an autism thing, but like I will see, especially like if I'm like just scrolling through Instagram or something, I'll see a ad for Burger King or something. And by the way the logo looks, I'll know what year that was. And then like because like even the McDonald's logo has very subtle changes over the years. And the changes are so subtle that when you look at them one after another, it's kind of hard to tell. But if you look at a McDonald's logo from like 1983 to a McDonald's logo right now, they're going to look drastically different. Whereas in 1983, and then in 1986, and then in 1989 and 1991, there were just these little subtle changes that most people wouldn't even notice. So like anything like that, like corporate logos, this is so dumb. I'm a huge Saul Bass fan. And Saul Bass, to me, is like one of the greatest artists of the fucking 20th century. He did, one of the craziest things he did was he did a series of books for psychology textbooks that a lot of people had in high school and university. But he also did the AT&T logo, the Girl Scouts of America logo, Pac Bell. He did that logo. He did the cover for Anatomy of a Murder. Was it Anatomy with a Murder? That or The Man with the Golden Arm. He's just a very minimalistic artist. And his shit just like fucking blows my mind that he could make so many amazing fucking iconic images using so little. So I've always been a huge fan of him. I don't know how I got onto Saul Bass talking about my book cover. But yeah, okay, let's see here. Chasey says, is chintzy a bad word? I don't think it's a bad word. Is it a word? It comes to mind, but I'm thinking a bit cottagecore too. I really like the painting. Oh yeah. Totally. It's a fucking beautiful painting. It's just something that like my mom would love. And that's why I like it. You know, it's not necessarily my taste, but it's something my mom would fucking totally dig. And so that's why I like it. MIDI, dude, mid-century modern architecture is great. Dude, there is, I don't know why this even fucking exists, but for some reason in Boise fucking Idaho, of all fucking places, there are enough like not rebuilt, but like renovated mid-century American homes, mid-century modern America homes in Boise, Idaho, that there's an actual real estate company that only does that type of house. It's crazy. In Boise fucking Idaho, of all the fucking places in the world, dude. It's fucking crazy. I follow them on fucking Instagram. Dude, there's this other account I follow on Instagram called Atomic Doors. And it's just doors that are fucking cool. Like mid-century doors. It's just doors. And I follow another Instagram that's just like amazing bathrooms, like retro bathrooms, like with like super like pale pink tile from like floor to ceiling, just great fixtures. There's another Instagram page I follow called I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's like Brut Builds or Brute Builds. It's BRUT Builds. One word. And they post some of the most ridiculous, futuristic ideas from the 50s in architecture. It's just phenomenal. And that's like porn for me. I could look at that shit all fucking day. And that's why I loved Giallo films, like the Italian films, mainly from 70 to 75, but like you could go back to like 63, 65. Like right when Technicolor exploded. And I think the first one, there's movies before it, but the first one in color was Mario Bava's Blood and Black Lace, if you've ever seen it. It has everything you could ever want, okay? It's arguably the first body count movie of all time. It's in vivid, ridiculous color. It's about a fashion house full of models who were getting murdered by some trench-coated, black-gloved assailant. And just the fashion in it, the makeup in it, the hairstyles in it, the telephones in it, the ashtrays in it, the decanters in it. Just like I completely lose my fucking mind looking at that shit. But like if you're into Edwidge Fenwick, she's like my favorite actress ever. It's so fucking stupid. But like she is just glamour. Like if you were like, oh, what does glamour look like? I would go, oh, okay. Here's a list of movies. $5 for an August Moon. Case of the Bloody Iris. The Strange Vice of Mrs. Ward. What's that one? All the Colors of the Dark, which I don't really like that movie, but she looks amazing in it, so whatever. And then I guess you could even go with what is that called? Is it Your Heart? Your Heart is a Locked Room and Only I Have the Key, I think is what it's called. Is it? No, it's not Your Vice, because it's Strange Vice of Mrs. Ward. Anyway, like I could watch her fucking do pretty much anything, and I'm down. Like, for fuck's sake. But another great Italian giallo film that just has fashion and decor up the wazoo is fucking Black Belly of the Tarantula. Chef's fucking kiss, dude. Oh my God. I could put that on fucking mute. But the other thing too is the music in these movies. Like, this is like my favorite genre of film. This is so funny. I'm getting all geeked out on this right now. I'm supposed to be putting books together. God damn it. But just like this whole like kind of like bossa nova, like lounge music kind of thing. And another thing that a lot of people don't get about that period is that this was when like commercial flights anywhere in the world just started happening to not necessarily cheap, but like to where most people for the first time ever, if they wanted to fly to fucking Japan on a whim, they could just go, let's fucking go to Japan. Like before this period, that was unheard of. Like you couldn't do these things. Flights weren't going everywhere all the fucking time. Like they were like special events and it costs a lot of money. So you had this thing called the international jet set where it was like almost like an Instagram influencer. Like, you know, like, ooh, who's hip, who's going here, who's going there. So you had all these movies that were like trying to reach the young audience. So they were showing all of these hip, cool model types with money going on trips all over the world and partying and drinking and smoking and dancing and all this other shit with great fucking music and amazing cars and all this stuff. Oh, and yeah, there's also a murder mystery happening right now. Oh my God. Dude, give me a little dress and fucking knee-high leather boots any fucking day of the week, dude. Oh my God. All right, so that was a thing. Does anyone have anything to say about that? Oh shit. And if you want to hear me go on and on about this for hours, I was on this podcast called Ciao, Chav for years, and it's still going on right now. I'm probably going to go back and start doing it with them after September. I had to take some time off because I just didn't have the time to put into, because I used to put hours into that research and all this other shit. But the show's still going on. I can't remember the last episode I was on. It was probably in the 70s somewhere. But I started that show with this guy, Eric. And then I think by episode 10, this guy, Chris, came on. And then another 20 or 30 episodes went. And then Eric left. And it was just me and Chris. And then this guy, Al, came on, who's actually from Italy. So that helped a bunch of stuff in the show. But then I had to step away. So it's been Chris and Al for like the last probably 2 years. And they only do like one episode a month because we were doing one every other week. But now it's just like once a month. But I'll probably be back on the show by the time they get to episode 100. Oh, you're late, but you probably would have loved hearing the Giallo talk. So if you like Giallo films, rewind a little bit. Probably like 10 minutes. I don't know. We were talking about mid-century modern architecture, and then I went down this like horrific rabbit trail about Edwidge Fenwick and stuff. Oh my God, Edwidge. All you guys are fucking trying to figure out how to Google Edwidge Fenwick and not spell it wrong. That's awesome. You guys are great. Oh, God, now all I want to do is listen to Giallo soundtracks. Like fucking Bruno Nicolai is my favorite Giallo composer, but Ennio Morricone did a lot of great ones too, so let's not count him out. Riz Ortolani did some great ones. But yeah, so if you're wondering like what directors to watch if you're into Giallo, I would say my favorite is probably Sergio Martino, and then Umberto Lenzi. Those are my two favorites, and then probably Mario Bava, and then Argento, and then Fulci. Most people go Argento, Fulci, Bava, and then the list like falls apart after that. I'm one of the few people in the world, and I'm probably going to piss somebody off right now, where I think Argento is horribly overrated. Horribly overrated. Does anyone know what the fuck I'm talking about? It's okay if you don't, but it would be awesome if you did. No. Oh, Chasey, I was going to tell you, I used to love the Inbetweeners. Love the Inbetweeners. That show was so fucking good and raunchy and just ridiculous. And did you ever watch Todd Margaret? It had a longer title than that, but it had David Cross in it, but it had Neil from the Inbetweeners in it with him. It was great. That was a great show. Oh, and how you said, is chintzy a bad word? My thing is chav a bad word? Because sometimes you could say chav and it's not a bad word and everyone's fine with it. And then other times you say chav or chavvy and motherfuckers lose their shit. And it's like, calm down. No one's fucking calling you nothing. You need to fucking relax a little bit. Like I used to love the Chav chick on Misfits, if you know what I'm talking about. But I also used to watch Towie, so you can't really like give me any credit at all because I'm obviously a pathetic loser. So there you go, Chasey. Me and you just had a conversation about a ton of shit that no one else here knows anything about. Oh, shit. With a 40-year-old man, it depends if they've got their hands down the front. Oh, shit. That's good. That's good. I like that. Good job. Nicely played, my friend. Nicely played. So the correct response to that is, of course, that's exactly what's going on right now. All of us have our hands down the front of our pants. JH knows Kelly and Misfits. There it is. All right. Whom we stand. Yeah, I have no idea what's happening. Bookish, I'm glad you're doing better. Very, very glad. That's terrifying and scary. So I'm glad that worked out. But he says, dude, I have no idea what you're talking about, but still enjoy the discussion. Yeah, like everyone's Google search just went apeshit haywire trying to fucking frantically type all the odd words we were just talking about. I did it my way. I know Inbetweeners used to be on Netflix, or was it on Hulu? I can't remember. It used to be on one of those things. So for any of you out there who hasn't seen Inbetweeners, definitely watch the show, and watch the show before you watch the two movies, or else the two movies, the payoffs aren't going to be as good. Hey, is that Kumar's? Hello. But yeah, again, if you guys want to hear me rant about giallo films since 2014, go to wherever you listen to podcasts and look for giallo Ciao, like how you say it in Italian. So CIAO. Or is it CAIO? I don't even remember anymore. That's not good. Bunny, are you still around? How are you doing? How are you feeling? Bunny had a birthday last week. So everyone, if you didn't say happy birthday to Bunny, say happy birthday to Bunny. Monse had a birthday yesterday. So if Monse shows up in the chat, everyone say happy birthday. And also, Nate, Bunny, Thomas. Is that it? Yeah, I think that's it. You guys have been members for 12 months. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. Caitlin! How you doing, Caitlin? Why am I having such a hard time folding paper? Okay, Chasey, I got a question just for you. Okay? And you have to be honest with me. Okay? You have to be completely honest. What do you prefer? EastEnders or Coronation Street? And I'm trying to think of any shitty show, like what is it, Hollyoaks, that you could use as a different. No, that doesn't count. We're just EastEnders or Cora. What do you like? I think I know. I think I'm going to know right off the bat. But then that also means you have to actually know what that is and know that show and know it good. Know it good. Because there is a wrong answer to this question, just so you know. Happy Bunny Day, Berthie. That's clever. Good job. And just in case anyone wanted to know, the updates for the drinking less experiment we're doing right now, the books have been selling good. Okay. I've actually sold more of these than I thought I would by putting up a digital version and by doing the audio version. The audio version on YouTube has a ton of views, like way more than I thought it would get right off the bat. So this whole experiment has been a success. So I'm very pleased with how this has turned out. Oh, listen to this chick. I don't like any, but Cora would be it if I had a choice, or if I had no choice. Okay, well, obviously Cora is the correct answer here. That's just how it is. Okay. But what I will say is, I'm trying to remember what year the show went to shit, and I never watched it again to give it another chance. Was it 2016? Oh, I think I told you I have an autographed picture of Kylie. Right? Yeah. The audio was great. That was a great chapbook that came out of the one night thing. Yeah, that was awesome. And it's so cool that like I did this the same time you did skeletons. Like I thought that was so cool. Yeah. Oh, because she was the one. Because I'm getting people confused in my head, and I want to make sure I'm talking about Kylie. She was the one who was with David, right? Gail's dumbass son. Oh my god, I'm remembering everyone's names now. Not the Sarah May Foot chick. I can't remember what her character name was. But yeah, I think when I'm sure she's already come back probably. I used to fancy David, but he's looking more and more like a furry light bulb now. When Kylie died, I was like, fuck this show. I'm done. I'm out. Fuck you. I tried watching it for a little bit after that, and but at that same time, they were going through new writers and everything anyway, and a lot of people didn't like the creative direction of the show, and they were leaving, so I was fine with it. But, and Carla's so fancy. Am I right? Carla's fancy. Oh. Yeah, Kylie was my jam. What about Becky? I thought she was a bit of nice chav. Becky. Oh, Becky. Who were her kids on that? That's who you're talking about, the blonde chick, right? Yeah, she was totally hot. Like, I was down. Yeah, for real. Oh, that's so funny. Good times. Wait, am I thinking of the right person? I don't think I'm thinking of the right person. Becky. Who the fuck is Becky? I can't remember who these people are. It's been so long. And then there was that one chick with the name that I could never remember because it was so weird. Okay, it's coming back to me. Who was the chick who was with the kind of goofy guy? And I think her kid was that Chesney kid. And he was with the blonde chick with the big doe eyes. Oh my god. Like, I'm ruining this stream for everyone who's not Chasey right now. Chasey, it's just you and me right now. We're figuring this out. We're going to do this. Oh, I'm going to have to go through this whole thing. But anyway, so back to Coronation Street. I went back and watched it from the earliest episodes I could find. And they wouldn't put out every episode. Basically, for those of you who don't know, it's a soap opera in the UK that plays on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So there's 3 episodes a week. The Wednesday episodes are shorter than the Monday episodes and the Friday episodes. So Wednesday episodes, like, you could probably miss them and not really miss a whole lot, but what are you going to do? But it started, I guess, in the late 60s or early 70s. I can't remember exactly when. But you can go back and find like the best of each year, and it'll show you either like 10 episodes of what happened that year that kind of like threaded all the storylines along. Or it would show like big impact episodes, like when so-and-so died, or when so-and-so opened their shop, or when the pub changed ownership, or something like that. And I watched all of them from there on. So like all the what's her name? Edith, like the Bulldog Chick, like all of her stuff, loved it. I Googled it. She's called Catherine Kelly. I'm sure that helps now. It doesn't. It doesn't at all. Now I'm going to have to look this up. Jesus Christ. But yeah, I was so into that show for a bit. Come on, just show me what this person looks like. I have no idea who that is. I don't think that helps at all. Yeah, I don't know who any of these people are. It's like politicians and I think a gymnast. Yeah, I don't know. I can't help. I can't find this. Anyway. So that was fun. But anywho, what else is going on? We're ruining it for us too. Wow, you know the days too, avid fan. I went past a cafe that has character portraits like pop art on the walls. Caught bet on the reel. I can't see the stupid heart things in the way. Yeah, there was because they were I'm trying to remember. They were filming at Granada Studios, I think, in Manchester. And they used to have a tour where you could go through the little like fake town or Coronation Street area and see all this stuff. And I wanted to do it so bad, and I was gonna do it. I was gonna go to fucking the UK to just go on this stupid tour, and then they closed the fucking tour down. And I'm like, well, I'm not going now. Because then I'd be able to see is where Morrissey got sad. Who wants to do that? Just joking. Yeah. We lost half our viewers in this talk of Coronation Street. So that's okay. Good times. What time we got? Okay. Let's see here. Yeah, I really want to try to get through at least this book. But it doesn't look like that's going to happen. So I might have to come back. I have so much stuff to staple. Okay, Chasey, here we go. Here's your next question. Yes, I live up the round from that area. I actually sat in a studio with my nan to see Jeremy Kyle. I was mortified, but it was for my little Nana. That's cute. That's cute. So here's your next quiz. Towie or Made in Chelsea? Which one is better? That feels weird. Nope, it's okay. And I think there's a Scouser one too, like a Liverpool one, but I tried watching it and just couldn't understand what the hell anyone was saying. And I was just like, this ain't for me. Oh yeah, I was going to tell you guys too. Just to float this out and see how it goes. I'm going to be doing more live streams at night, and maybe some in the mornings, like when I'm just kind of pulling around. And the night ones are probably going to be me writing. So it would be me just like, it would be a screen of like what I'm typing. And there might be a screen of me. I don't know, but there might not be. So it would be, if that's interesting to you guys. I don't know if I would be interacting with the chat or not, but it would just be like watching me write. Like, is that something anyone gives a shit about? That would be the first thing. The second thing would be, you know how I've been doing those videos of me kind of roasting articles and stuff like that? I've been getting so many articles and essays and interviews and stuff like that. Like, I'm like, by the time I get around to recording about it, some of the stuff is already like old news and not a deal anymore. So I'm thinking about doing almost like a daily scrub of articles and going over it as I get those things coming in. So if that sounds like something you would want to do a live stream with and like interact with while I'm going through it, that is going to be another thing we're doing. Let's see here. Oh, that's tough. I like Made in Chelsea better. They're kind of posh. Okay, we'll see. You answered the question wrong. So, I mean, it's in the fucking title. The only way is Essex. Come on, guys. But I have a thing for art. Argy Bargy, dude. Oh my gosh, Arge. Dude, I haven't seen that show in so long. I have no idea if it's still a thing, if anyone is doing anything. I have absolutely no idea. I'm trying to remember the last one I saw. The last one I saw, they were at some manor, and it was the last episode of a season. And everyone was dancing like together kind of thing. And it was like a big celebration of some kind. And that's probably the end of every fucking show of that. But I don't know. But I think someone got proposed to and someone was going to get married. And then I was just like, I can't fucking do this, dude. Like, I'm supposed to have a life here. How the fuck is that working out? But this was years ago. Like, we're talking 2014, maybe 2015 was the last time I watched that show. Yeah, I don't really watch anything anymore. That's the problem. Jason says I'd watch those. Article roasts are fun too. Okay, cool. I had a family thing yesterday, and I was talking to I was talking to a bunch of people. Like, there was a bunch of us talking, and we were talking about body sculpting. Like, I don't know what it's called, but it's kind of like liposuction, but they shoot you with lasers and it burns away the things where the fat goes and is hooked onto. So when it burns it, like it never comes back in that area or some shit like that. I don't fucking know. But it was because my brother didn't know that a lot of these girls he follows on Twitter and Instagram and stuff, that their bodies are like put together that way. Like he was like, I just don't understand how these girls like have these little tiny waists and super flat stomachs and ripped abs, but then like their butts are really big and their thighs are huge, and you know, it's just like it doesn't make any sense. Like, how could you like work out like that and all this other stuff? And I'm like, dude, like that's all sculpted. Like they get that done. And a lot of girls get butt implants, and like you could get calf implants. Like dudes get calf implants all the time, like the guys that skip leg day and all that shit. And he was just like, boom. Like he had no idea. Like I think he thought the only kind of plastic surgery people get done on their body is either breast implants or liposuction. Like he had no idea that you could do all this other stuff. And watching him go through and I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. Like if that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do, and that's hot and great and cool. Nobody's talking shit. He was talking shit because he didn't understand it. And I think now it's like 100 times worse, because now I feel like he's going to think everyone has had surgery. Like every single person he sees, oh, they're fake, they're phony, they're fake, they're phony. And I'm just like, Jesus fucking Christ, dude. Like, have a fucking burger. Like, why is this such a fucking big deal for you? And he's like, yeah, you know, and he was just talking to me about how he's having a hard time losing weight, and he's like kind of the biggest he's ever been and all this stuff, and he's all upset about it. And he's like, you know, but I'm the troll on Twitter that like I like make fun of people when they post pictures. Like I'm like, oh, have you ever heard of a treadmill and all this other shit? And he's like laughing. I'm like, you're that guy? I'm like, seriously? You think you're oh, and I'm just like, oh my fucking God, dude. I'm like, every fucking insult I could say would just be useless on you right now. I just can't fucking believe. And it's just like everyone always assumes like the people who talk the most shit and leave trolly comments like that are like big fat douchebags, like living in their mom's basement and all this other shit, right? And like, I'm like, oh my God, you are totally making this, like you are the poster child for that idea. I couldn't, oh my God. That was just too much, dude. I just couldn't handle it. I'd like to try to get to see your writing streams if I stay up that late. Will they be up afterwards? Yeah, they would still be up. Yeah, maybe I should do that as just like a members thing to not like clog the feed. I hate saying clog the feed. Like one person at one time told me I posted too many videos and it was clogging up their feed. And so now I'm always like, oh my God, if I post more than one video a day, people are going to get mad. And it's so fucking stupid. I know that's not what it's like. And how hard is it to go like this? You're done. You're not going to see my stuff anymore. You just scroll up a little bit or scroll down. Oh, there you go. You passed it. Okay, now you're looking at other stuff. You're looking at other stuff. How hard was that? Why do I fucking give any shits about what people say about shit like that? Need to go back to zero fuck land. Okay, I'm making a dent in this, but it's not going nearly as quickly as I hoped it would, guys. Probably going to have to stop here in a minute. It is getting warm. So I got to go change the windows and change the blinds and open the other windows and shut these windows. All the fun stuff that you do when the world is burning. What is happening here? Oh, what's up, Gareth? How you doing? Yeah, dude. The stories of today have gone from book covers to fashion to mid-century modern architecture to giallo films to Coronation Street, EastEnders, Towie, Made in Chelsea, Inbetweeners, Todd Margaret. I don't know if we forgot anything else there. Gareth could have been in on that conversation. He could have been right there. Oh, Misfits, Chavs. We were talking about it all. What's up, Adam? How was your live, dude? I saw you went live on Instagram. Dude, the Brits weren't taking over the chat. I just started talking dumb shit and just like kept talking. And Chasey was the only one who knew what I was talking about. So I'm like, hey, Chasey. Da-da-da-da-da. Actually, JH knew a little bit of what I was talking about too. Oh, you and Jeff chatted about punk? That's awesome. Is it up on your channel or up on your Instagram page? Can I watch it still? You keep them up afterwards, right? If you were talking about soaps, you might enjoy the accent in Hollyoaks. See, nope, you can't enjoy anything on Hollyoaks because it just isn't as good. But actually, I stopped watching Coronation Street like in whenever Kylie got killed. That's when I said, fuck this, I'm out. Oh, yeah. Hollyoaks is trash, dude. Oh, shit. That's too much, dude. That is too much. Gosh, we haven't even talked about Faulty Towers. That's like one of my favorite shows of all time. Farty Owls. I'm putting together the Drinking Less books now. And then I still have some of issue 2 of the review to put together. But yeah. So yeah, Gareth, if you want to go through that fucking rabbit hole, just replay the stream or go back a ways and you can hear all about it. Let's see, what's some good punk talk going on, Adam? Unless you guys want to talk about Morrissey being sad in Manchester, because I could do that too. That's a perfectly fine topic of conversation for me. It's serious. More new wave than punk. Have we spoken about Oingo Boingo yet? Rings a bell that I talked about going to LA to see them. Yeah, I think we did talk about that before because I think I was telling you that the guitar player in Creeperson was the guy that ran their website and took care of their server and all that stuff. One of my buddies jumped in the stream. He's a fest called Punk and Drublick. Oh, he's at a fest called Punk and Drublick with NoFX and Pennywise and stuff. Yeah, so we did talk about that. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure that's what we were talking about. Where is that at? Didn't they just do a different fest together? Weren't they just doing the like Punk in the Park or something like that? I could have sworn. I know Pennywise is there. Was no effects there? I don't know if you. Let me ask you guys a question. What is a band that you guys have seen live recently that is a band from a long ass time ago, and you've seen them now, and they're still good, and they still fucking kick ass? Yeah, Punk in the Park was in Cali, but I don't think NoFX played this year. My buddy's in Washington. Oh, okay, that makes more sense. Because I've seen a lot of bands like after their heyday, and they just aren't very good. And I want to go see the Breeders in October, and I think they're going to be fine. But there's just other bands that I've like watched videos of. Like, I don't know if you guys have seen the shows from Black Flag's tour they did, not the Flag one with Keith Morris and all the actual members of Black Flag, but the one with Greg Ginn and all of the people that he put together to do a Black Flag tour. Dude, the songs are so slow, and not slow in like the cool like doom metal fucking Henry Rollins era shit, but like the Keith Morris era, the Chavo era, the Dez era. They're just so fucking slow. Necromantics are still good. Well, there you go. I want to see X too. X is still playing all the time. And I'm just like, oh man, if X is bad live, like, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to cry. Like, I'm just going to be like, why did I do this? I would rather remember people being great than being bummed out that I saw them. I don't know. But to be fair with the Black Flag stuff, like, if you've seen any of the footage of Flag playing, it's like Keith Morris, Dukowski, I think it's Bill Stevenson on drums, and who's playing guitar for him? Because I think Dez was playing guitar for him, but he passed. I don't know, but they sounded fucking amazing. Like Keith Morris can still fucking go, dude. What happened to you? Okay, we will do this for a couple more minutes, and then I really got to split. Made a violent change. Unfortunately, X plays all of the songs slower than on the record now. Ooh. When was the last time you saw him? I actually just missed them. I think it was in October or November. They played right up here. And I missed it. Shame when older bands can't do the speed of the originals, but you still want to see them, especially if you haven't seen them before. Yeah, totally. And it's not just the speed, it's like the feel. Like, it just, like, ugh. Like, it's almost like watching a cover band of that band you like, you know? 2 years ago at the Wiltern. Oh, yeah, the Wiltern's where the Breeders are playing. And my brother-in-law just went and saw somebody there, and he's like, dude, have you ever been to, I think it's called Love Burger? He's like, you got to go to Love Burger if you go to the Wiltern ever. Like, it's fucking amazing. And whatever you get, make sure they put the love sauce on it. I know it sounds weird and it sounds gross, but you got to get a burger with love sauce. It's so good. They could change their drummers for a younger model. Oh my God. Speaking of, is the Rolling Stones going to still be touring, or are they done now? It's fucking crazy that it's 2023 and we're having a conversation about if the Rolling Stones are going to be touring still. Just throwing that out there for everyone to fucking suck on for a second. No. That's exactly one of the bands I was thinking that would break my heart if I went and saw, and it was like no energy. That's so weird that you said that. Oh. Fuck. Because when you think about it, Social Distortion's one of those bands where, like, Mike would still have to fucking kick it up, but the rest of the band could probably get away with half-assing through the songs, and it would still sound really good. Oh, man. That sucks. Oh. Trying to remember when I saw them. That was it on the White Light tour? Oh, I saw him then, and then I saw him play when his solo album came out, the Cheating at Solitaire, I think is what it was called. I saw him at the El Rey. That was fucking pretty crazy. But But I saw Social Distortion at the House of Blues on that first tour for that. Yeah. But see, here's something else that's funny. I saw fucking Merle Haggard at the El Rey, and he fucking killed it. And the fucking Blind Boys of Alabama opened up for him, killed it. I saw Buck Owens before Buck Owens died, killed it. I saw fucking Ray Charles, killed it. Willie Nelson, killed it. I don't know what the fuck it is. And like some of you might be going, oh, well, you know, those are easier songs. Those are like slow and shit. Buck Owens like comes out like a fucking freight train, dude. He's like not fucking around at all. It's just like super, everything was fucking jamming and fast and crazy. He even played a fucking Korn song because he's from Bakersfield, you know, whatever. But yeah, that happened. I couldn't believe it. Jeff, what's up, man? We're talking about people who aren't as good as they used to be live. It's the same 3 chords over and over again. We're talking about bands that like we're afraid to go see. What do you call it? Bands we're afraid to go see because we're not sure they're going to be good anymore. After Lux died, I don't think the Cramps did anything. Like, I think Ivy's like in hiding and everything. But I saw a concert they did on the Fiends of Dope Island tour pretty soon before he died. And they were still great. Bauhaus was still good when I saw Bauhaus. So there was that. Brian Wilson from the Beach Boys surprisingly put on a good show despite being 100 years old. Oh, yeah? If I went to see them, I'd want them to be unhinged and wild. Yeah, like, especially if you have seen footage of them, like, before, like probably, like, mid-'80s. Like, when he's in, like, his gold pants, you know? Like, gold pants Lux is like I'm trying to think, did he always wear gold pants? No, I've seen him in different color stuff. But like there seems to be a lot of footage from around the A Date with Elvis era of the Cramps that I've seen around. But like I guess anything before Look Mom No Head, like that's the kind of Lux you want. Oh, the Misfits are touring and shit right now too. Someone I knew went and saw them, and I can't remember who it was, or else I would ask them how it actually was. I saw it on Instagram. Who was it? Oh. But that would break my heart if that was subpar. That would definitely like just put a fucking fork in me, dude. Oh my god. It is so fucking hot right now. Okay, so I'm sending out a ton of stuff tomorrow. So any orders and shit like that, if you guys want them shipped out on Monday, July 24th, get them in sometime today on July 23rd because everything's going out tomorrow. Trying to get caught up on all my shipping. Negative approach still kills. Oh wait, let's see. I missed a bunch. I've seen Brian Wilson too. He had a great band around him. Sadly, he's a shell of his former self for obvious reasons. I would love to see the Cramps. Yeah, me too. I was just thinking of bands where watering songs down wouldn't work. Probably Guar. If Guar completely watered down what they did, it wouldn't work. That would be bad. And Cannibal Corpse. Those would be two awful shows. The Poems and Drinking Lester Killer. Thank you, Jeff. Appreciate it. Oh, a Negative Approach still kills. Yeah. Still has all original members. They're in their 60s. The songs are wicked fast. They're still. Have you seen the Addicts lately? Like, I haven't heard if they're still alive or what's going on, but like up until a few years ago, they were still all original members and they were still playing all the fucking time. But I didn't know if they were still doing anything. Chill baby, what's up? And I would love to see the specials. Like, I know that the specials probably aren't what they were and all this other stuff, but I would love to see that. Or Madness. Specials, Madness, Bad Banners. Put on a concert for me, somebody. Like, let me see those three guys go. That would be fucking epic as shit. Oh my God, I would love that. No way, you got Monkey's phone number? That's rad. Have you called him and said, hey, what's going on? Talk to me. Don't know if you like ecstasy. Yeah, we were talking about that too. Terry Chambers, our drummer, left when they stopped playing live, but he's playing an ecstasy tribute band now. Oh, no way. That's amazing. That's cool. Yeah, because I was talking about we're only making plans for Nigel. Woo-woo. Yeah, I love that song. That album's the only thing I've heard. Like, is there a lot of great stuff? Am I totally missing it from only listening to that one album? Yeah, once. I'm afraid to abuse the privilege, though. I know he's busy recording an album with the Dickies right now. Oh, that's cool. There are no fans of the Mountain Goats, Jeff. Nobody likes them. I'm just kidding. Will there be a writing Zoom this week? There was on Friday. And I forgot to record it. I need to set my Zoom up to just record. So when people miss it, they could at least go back and do it. Idiot. I need to stop doing that. I know Mindy didn't get the notification or whatever for it until like 2 hours after it happened. So I know notifications, there is a problem with those right now. Yeah, they're amazing. Drums and Wires and Black Sea are great punk albums. Later stuff. Okay, I'll check those out. You must not have listened to that album I suggested. I listened to the thing you sent me, and I thought Nick Drake does it better. And if I wanted to hear something like that, I would just listen to Nick Drake and Pink Moon. But I get it. I mean, it's not bad. It's like I'm coming off really like shitty right now, and I wasn't trying to. It's it's good. Like, I don't feel it like other people feel it, I guess. I don't know. I'm gonna go eat tacos. All right, dude. Take care. Chill. I didn't send an email out to everybody. I was in the stream and I just said, like, whoever wants to do the thing, I'll send an email to you. So I just sent the email to the people who were in the stream that said they wanted to do the call. So sorry if you didn't get that. I don't know if you were going to come to the stream anyway and then do the Zoom. But yeah, because I was sending the Zoom emails out to everybody, whether they came to the stream or not. And there were some people who felt that I was like guilting people, like making them feel bad that they couldn't participate. So now it's a thing where, like, if you want to participate, then like show up and say you want to participate and you can participate. But like, I don't want to make people feel like I'm like writing them, like, why aren't you doing this? Come to this thing. Like, you're supposed to come to this thing. So show up. Is that normal? If we miss the stream, we don't get the Zoom. Well, I think, yeah, there's probably a lag on here. I've been doing it like that for probably, I don't know, I want to say the last few weeks I've been doing it like that. Oh, Jeff wants to box me right now. I like Nick Drake, but I don't think he's half as good. No, like with Nick Drake, I only like Pink Moon. Like the other albums, I'm like, ugh, like this is not good. But I hear you. I didn't listen to that whole album. I just listened to the song that was on the thing that you sent. I like really dislike his voice. Is the writing Zoom for Anarchy Crew? Yeah, it's we do it every Friday. We do a stream like this on Fridays talking about like Anarchy Crew stuff because not everybody wants to do the writing Zooms. So I still do those so everyone can participate if they want to participate. And then we do the writing Zooms afterwards. I'll fight over the mountain goats. I hear you, dude. I hear you. So Chill Baby, is that like a deal breaker for you? Like that you have to go to the stream to do the writing Zoom? Is that like what's happening? I'm trying to make everybody happy who's in the group, and it's fucking impossible to do, but I'm trying. Last time I was in a writing stream with you, I wrote a poem for the last book, and it was bouncing off something someone said. I think the next day I wrote a poem called Matt. You sent me a poem, dude. It was awesome. Like, yeah. But chill, like to go back to that, like it's really tricky for me to do something that everyone is happy with. But if you want to, like, if you're telling me, like, yes, please just put me on the Zoom email every time, then I will just put you on the Zoom email every time. It's fine. Oh, yeah, you're cool, dude. That's fine. So let me know if that's what you want to do. And if that's what you want to do, I'll make sure that I'm putting you on all those emails. You can have a put me on the Zoom every time list. Put me on the Zoom list every time list. Yeah, totally. That's probably a better idea of doing it. I miss the Zooms on catch up. I might try to come in one again in the future if possible. Yeah, and if you, because you show up to the live streams on Fridays, right? Like I've seen you there a couple times. If the people who have the issue about, I don't want to call anybody out right now and make this worse than it is, but like when I sent the Zoom links out, it was never to guilt shame or writing shame or anything like that to people. I understand that people have lives and have shit they have to do. And that's why when I was trying to record every Zoom call and put it up for Anarchy Crew afterwards. So you guys, even if you weren't there, you could still do the prompts and hear what people wrote and all that other shit. But I keep forgetting I need to set the Zoom up again to record as soon as I open it. So it just does that. But I don't know. Like, I don't want anyone to feel like I'm picking on them by sending them stuff all the time when they don't want to do it. But I also don't want to piss everybody off who misses the Zoom calls because they didn't come to the stream. So, but that's why in every stream I do, I say, okay, so let me know in the chat if you guys want to go to the Zoom stream and I'll send you a link. Like I say it every time. So that's where that comes from. So I'm not trying to piss anybody off. And if anyone's upset, send me an email and let me know how you feel and I'll try to talk it out with you. I had a migraine Friday anyways, I guess. Yes, please put me on the Zoom list. I have a harder time catching the lives. People feeling bad about getting services they paid for, that's their issue. Well, like, I don't want to like start calling people out, and this is exactly what I'm talking about. Like, people are like, everyone's allowed to feel a certain way. Like, everyone's feelings are valid, you know. But again, not everyone can do the Zooms every week. And if they miss like 3 weeks or something like that, if they start feeling like me sending them link after link is me being pushy and being like judgy, like, why aren't you? Obviously, I'm not saying these things, but if this is the idea that people get from me sending these links out and everything like that, like, I can't make someone not feel that way. And giving somebody, like, I know you're not giving anybody shit, but giving anyone shit for like having those feelings, like, it's not fair to them. It's not like, you guys know what I'm talking about. I'm trying to please everybody and make sure everyone's happy and comfortable doing the thing. So no one will hear the poems from last Friday. You got to publish them somewhere else. Oh, the poems. That's funny. That's really funny, actually. It's impossible to know when everyone is free that would want to be involved. Yeah, how it's been going is that, and again, when summer's over, we can all talk and see if we want to change the times or whatever. But Friday, noon Pacific, we do the live stream. And then usually about 12:45, 1 o'clock Pacific, we do the writing Zoom. So that's usually what time it is when we do that. Is your migraine okay? Like, did it go away that day, or were you stuck with it for a couple days? How you feeling, chill baby? Do I seriously think that's the longest I've gone without a cigarette while being awake in a really long time? Anarchy Crew is $9.99. And you get like a discount code for everything in my shop and all that shit too. Is like another little plus. I'm trying to quit. Oh, smoking. I'm like, what are you trying to quit? I'm like, are you trying to quit the mountain goats? Like, it shouldn't be that hard, dude, right? Just fucking with you. Dude, seriously, like, I'll probably end up becoming a huge fan of the mountain goats, but I'm still gonna actually talk to you. Like, I'm like, you know, like. I did. Oh wait, are you talking about the audio file for Drinking Less, or are you talking about the mountain goat stuff? Which dead horse am I beating right now? Let's get to the bottom of this. Quitting the mountain goats isn't a real thing someone would do. Oh, that's great. The Drinking Less thing, I have not listened to it yet. Since I woke up today, I've been editing video and recording videos for next week. And then I jumped on this stream. So I have a bunch of other stuff I got to take care of today. So I will hopefully listen to that tonight. Take a gander at it. Thank you for that too. Oh, and just to keep it fresh in everyone's mind, since we were talking Anarchy Crew stuff, Poetic Anarchy Volume 4, the book, is going to be out in December. So for everyone who's in Anarchy Crew, any poems that you've written during Anarchy Crew or during the Zoom calls or anything like that, give me your favorite 10 of those things, and they're going to go in the anthology. Okay. So you have, I would say November 1st, I'll do a hard stop. Like, you have until November 1st to get those poems in. What do you edit on? Do you use Audacity or anything like that? Like, what do you use to edit that? Reaper. I've never heard of that. It's free and works good. I keep going back and forth with using DaVinci for video editing. But like because I just use iMovie, and I don't know. I feel like I'm not doing enough cool shit to like move to new software yet. So yeah, I got to get into all that stuff. I have a bunch of cool plugins. Yeah, for audio stuff, I was using Logic or GarageBand forever until probably about a year ago. I still use Logic sometimes for audio stuff, but not very often. All right, guys. I am going to call it. Again, if any of you have any questions about how the Zoom calls are going or anything like that, please send me an email and tell me like what your concerns are and what you need, and I will try to give you whatever I can give you. Okay? Like I want all y'all to be happy and stuff. So let me know, okay? All right, guys. Thanks so much for hanging out. This was fun and long. That's what she said. Type hard, and I will talk to you all later. I did the and I didn't need to do the because I'm not going to end the video with a thing. God damn it. My brain's all on backwards. Bye.